Now, we start off from an incident that happened a couple of hours ago.
All right, the Avena warehouse of the Ashford Limited has been razed down by fire. And the fire was started at about 8:45 and Monday night burnt down properties running into hundreds of Ghana cedis.
And witnesses believe the fire was caused by an explosion from a nearby trailer. It took a combined team of fire service as well as police and NADMO personnel to bring down the fire. And Latif Idris has a lot more of the story.
We are here at the Avena branch of the ash foam warehouse, where fire, we told, started at around 8:45. For the past 30 minutes, firefighters have been on the ground battling the fire with about 2 firefighter tankers, which are, in their own way trying to douse the fire, which has engulfed properties in the warehouse. And we have some of the workers of the company who will talk to us on the subject briefly. You're welcome to join you, sir. But Urahano send out Niama woman say Janet phones in the and some chemicals now and no come to my Jan cry them more still I do 90 okay and then say some foams no chemicals in my Jana more but I probably that me whom other machine be I say we are working, our boys are up there. Then they see that there's some explosion. So the fire started small. Then they rushed down to come and call the supervisors down to come and check what is going on. We went there, we see the fire is just coming up. There's a trailer, like 3-4. We got up, they cut this one, then it explodes. Then we call our members, everybody should come out. The trailer comes. I've seen like 3-4 trailers around that place. But all 3 have caught fire? No. We have the deputy PR of the Ghana National Fire Service, Mr. Biliana Glate, who is going to tell us exactly what his outfit is speaking as initial, if any, cause of the outbreak. Mr. Naglate, you are welcome to join you.
Thank you.
You've been here for how long now?
What have we been here for barely close to an hour now.
Battling the fire, I can see you.
Yeah, exactly.
From all angles, but still the fire is so on, it's raging on. What would you say could be the cause of this?
What actually fires of this nature when you have mixed cargo? I'm talking of flammable substances with other combustible materials in here. Accessibility is also difficult. You can see that there is a wall that is blocking us. We are making sure that we are able to prevent the fire from spreading to other areas. That is all that we are doing. If you look at the situation at the time we got here, had it not before the technicality that have been adopted to ensure that the fires do not spread to other areas, I believe the whole area here will have been engulfed in fire for now. But we've been able to ensure that the fire do not spread to any other area. The very point that we came to meet it is where we have confined the fire, and we are doing everything possible to ensure that we fight it as at where it is. Yeah.
Sad incident there, but we'll bring you a lot more as Derek Akosam and the rest of the team will be there live to bring us the latest update.
That will be a follow-up, but for now, residents of Pejakope in the Volta region are up in arms against an Indian salt mining firm, 7 Seas, for what they say are activities of the company that have put their lives on the line.
And the company has been mining salt in the area for more than 5 years and has since been blamed for the drying up of several sources of water and the extinction of many coconut trees around the area.
And Joy News' Volta regional correspondent Ivy Setoji has been to the community to speak to them and has come through with this report.
These villagers have come to the last well that still has water. Pejakope is one of 13 communities in the Anglo Basin where salt mining is rife. Now, the mining of that resource is having its toll.
Even drinking water here is hard to come by. Our children can't bath before going to school. Water to wash is now a luxury. We are praying for the rains. Water is a life. I've been up since 3 a.m., but all the wells are empty.
And the wells, they say, is a resource of 7 seas, an Indian salt mining company which began mining salt in commercial quantities, taking over much of the land previously owned by local artisanal salt miners.
Once upon a time, this whole stretch was a thriving lagoon with aquatic life where locals could come and mine salt. But now, it's a pale shadow of its former self, and its place, dry lands and unbearable heat.
The company involved in this says it has employed more than 600 people, but community members here say their livelihoods have now been put on the line.
2015 it's 90,000. 90 cedis. In 2015, we sold a bag of salt for 90 cedis. Business has gone bad now. We sell it for 30 cedis. Even that is on credit. It's all because of the activities of this company. And when we complain, they brutalize us.
Agitations between the town folks and the company has sometimes gone violent. One person was killed recently as a result of the clash. Some still live with gunshot wounds.
Everybody in this community has a portion, has a traditional relationship with that, with a piece of portion in that land. And so, if it is true that mining of salt is governed by Mining Act requires that if you enter into somebody's property for the purpose of mining, but the law also requires for compensations to be paid to the people, to the individuals who owns those traditional lands. The people are not given or were not given compensations. The people are deprived of their daily activities.
Company turned down our request for an interview. Instead, they told us off record, quote, "We won't speak. We can't be judges in our own court. A petition has been sent to the president. We want to wait for his response," unquote. Now people here are waiting for solution. As livelihoods are involved, time not on their side. Ivy Satoji, Joy News, Pejakope.
And we have to turn our attention to illegal mining.
Well, but that I must say that was a very interesting story there by Ivy in the Volta region. Why are you smiling like that? Is it the akpale you saw that's
yes,
anyway.
It was nice.
Well, away from the Volta region, the Secondary High, I almost said Sikune, the Secondary High Court, presided over by His Lordship Justice Edward Amakwa Sante, has refused bail to the 5 alleged Chinese illegal miners and their 5 Ghanaian counterparts who were arrested for illegal mining on their Cobra River on the 24th of March this year.
The case has since been adjourned for the second time to April 24, 2017. In Tyler Kwanzaa was at the court and has the report.
At the court on Monday, counsel for the accused, Stephen Alewaba, prayed the court to grant bail to the 5 Ghanaian employees of the Chinese firm, stating they are charged of conspiracy and illegal mining are, in his view, not right. He also noted that the accused Chinese miners have proper documentation and are legally resident in Ghana, hence the request to grant them bail. But senior state attorney George Saki also argued that the state had not finished with its investigations into the matter and is holding talks with the Minerals Commission to ascertain whether the miners had authentic mining permits on the river. He argued again that when the accused persons are granted bail, they may have the opportunity to distort evidence that the witnesses in the case may be willing to provide, hence the need to keep them in custody. He also raised the issue of the court failing to provide a certified Chinese interpreter for the 5 Chinese. On the basis of the unavailability of a certified Chinese interpreter, the presiding judge, His Lordship Justice Edward Amuakon Asante, asked that the case be adjourned and refused to grant bail to any of the accused. Counsel for the accused person, Stephen Alewaba, spoke to journalists after the hearing.
I think the last adjourned date, there was an indication that even if bail is not going to be granted, they are going to get us an interpreter so that we can commence the matter today. So when we're coming, we're of the view that if nothing at all, at least the matter should be commenced today by the prosecution, by bringing their witnesses. But that actually faltered short of it. And apart from that too, he had decided not to grant them bail, which I think, fine, that is what the court says. But bail is at the discretion of the judge. He decides as to what to do at any given point. But I am of a different opinion in the case. But since that is what the court says, we cannot say much. We have to just give it.
At the first hearing, the state prosecutor, Sergeant Francisca Nyako, and counsel for the accused, Stephen Alewaba, sought to move the case to a court that has the jurisdiction to hear it. Presiding Judge Susanna Ekufu granted them their plea, and the case was transferred to the Secondary Circuit Court.
Meanwhile, an Abekan District Court here in Accra has turned down a request by lawyers for Mawako branch manager Jihad Cheban to have an assault case settled out of court.
Well, the 26-year-old is facing the charge of assault for allegedly shoving the face of a female caterer at the restaurant, Evelyn Boache, into blended pepper. Magistrate Victoria Kwanzaa, in her ruling, said the matter had travelled far and was only appropriate that the court heard from the accused, who is yet to tell his side of the story.
Lawyers for the accused had hoped to get a ruling in their favor to enable them put the matter to rest once and for all. This was not to be, as Magistrate Ganza said. She could not grant the request because prosecution was just about ending their version of the story. She added it was only appropriate the court hears the accused in the interest of justice. Lawyers for the accused then filed another application asking that the court orders caterer Evelyn Boache to be recalled for some questions to be put to her. Lawyer Julio de Medeiros told the court they had realized the caterer's version of the incident as recounted to the court was different from what she had told others in private conversation. This was opposed by Prosecutor Chief Inspector Hansen Ama, who described the move as part of efforts by defense to delay the case. Magistrate Ganza declined the request and urged lawyers for the accused to call any witness that can give contrary evidence once they have their turn. Lawyer De Medeiros insists they have no intention of delaying the court.
In fact, I must say that we are even in more than a hurry to finish this matter. I have said it time and again. This is hurting business. It is hurting my clients. We want to put this behind us. So we are in a hurry to finish and complete the matter. But justice must be done. The wheels of justice grind slowly, but someday it will grind to a halt. The truth will be known to all Ghanaians and all people who want to know.
Hearing continues on Wednesday, April 12, when lawyers for the accused will be cross-examining Detective Eunice Ashagbo, who is the prosecutor's last witness.
The Progressive People's Party says it intends to drag President Akufo-Addo to the International Criminal Court if he fails to completely halt the activities of Galamsey operators in 3 months.
Well, the party's National Vice Chairman, Ni Alote Bruhaman, said at a news conference on Monday that the destruction to the environment from Galamsey operations amount to crimes against humanity.
There's been widespread condemnation of the activities of illegal miners, which has resulted in massive destruction to the country's water bodies, in some cases compelling the Ghana Water Company Limited to shut down some of its treatment plants. The PPP's news conference asked to the mounting pressure to end Galamsey, and a campaign currently being spearheaded by the media. Its national chair, Ni Alote Bruhaman, believes the solution will be the application of massive force to crush the illegal miners.
We are giving the Akufo-Addo-led government a 3-month ultimatum to stop Galamsey operation in Ghana. Failure to do so shall compel us to drag him to the International Criminal Court for crimes against humanity.
The Chinese government is reported to be protesting the current media campaign against Galamsey and issued subtle threats to its Ghanaian counterparts to rein in the media. But the 2016 running mate of the party, Bridget Jogbenuku, says the Chinese authorities should stay out of the matter.
In China, a lot of the media is censored. And if we all sit back and not stand up to the wrongs that are going on in our country, it will affect all of us. And if we think that Galamsey is only going to remain in those areas where it's being mined, one day we won't be allowed to speak as media people because we'll be reined in. So we must really stand up to it and say, no, you can't come to our country and tell us how to behave. And we must also stand up to be able to speak against what is going on and not be censored. And I will say that there must be some, for lack of a better word, audacity for them to be able to talk to us like that. And I wonder why. But the question is, how are they able to tell us how to behave in our own country?
For Joy News, my name is Hannah Odami.
And that's it for the news. We have a lot more news. We have the newspapers because they have a lot more front page stories, interesting ones we already were seeing, and we'll do online reviews.
Right after this, please.